Well, Rex Heuermann, the alleged Gilgo Beach serial killer, is being charged with a fourth murder.
That's right. Prosecutors allege that Heuermann is behind the death of 25-year-old Maureen Brainard-Barnes, and they say she went missing while working as a sex worker in Manhattan back in 2007. Now, she is believed to be the first victim of what's known as the Gilgo Four.
NBC News correspondent Valerie Castro joins us now. So, Valerie, Heuermann has pleaded not guilty to the murders of the first three women. Tell us about these new charges.
Right, Vicki. So these charges were long awaited. They are charges of second-degree murder as they relate to the death of Maureen Brainard-Barnes. As you mentioned, she went missing in 2007. Her body later discovered in 2010. That's around the same time as the other three women's bodies were also discovered. Brainard-Barnes was around 25 years old when she went missing. And today we heard from her daughter, who has never spoken out publicly before. But take a listen to what she had to say.
I was only 7 years old when my mother was murdered. Her loss drastically changed the trajectory of my life. For years, it looked like there might not be charges filed against any suspect for the murder of my mother.
That was her daughter, Nicolette, that you heard from. Her sister, Melissa, has also spoken out in the past, saying today that these charges have given her family hope for justice.
Speaking of that justice and, frankly, the hope for it, Valerie, authorities have long considered Heuermann as the prime suspect in Brainard-Barnes' death, but they didn't have enough evidence to actually charge him. So what has changed since then?
Morgan, so DNA evidence is what this case has been based around. With all of the other three women, investigators found hairs at the scene, and through the course of their investigation, the DNA with those hairs related to either Rex Heuermann or his wife. And so there were hairs found at the scene when they recovered the body of Maureen Brainard-Barnes. Investigators say she had been tied up essentially with some belts, and they found a hair underneath one of those belts. They were waiting for the testing to come back from that particular hair. They now say that that was also linked to Rex Heuermann's wife. And so that is what they were finally waiting for, to make this connection to these four women.
All right, NBC News correspondent Valerie Castro, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.